Hey, Luke, what are your takeaways from this game? I guess given the lineups you had to go to and the injuries, so what did you take out of it most?
Um, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. It was weird because I knew that being down three starters and having to go to lineups that haven't played together at all was gonna be challenging, and that's a very good team. But we were right there. We even took a 85-84 lead or something before we gave them a 15-0 run, which started with again us turning the ball over a few times. Josh Hart had a nice layup late in the game that would have cut it to four, I think. Towns made a nice block on it. So I think we did do some things really nice. I know we competed, which is always, since day one of what we've been emphasizing this year, the most important thing. But I thought Josh Hart was really darn good tonight. The way he was getting after it and mixing it. We knew that that's a great rebounding team, and he was in there every time, just cracking people and jumping with players bigger than him and playing a physical brand of game. So I thought he was great. Kuzma's competitive spirit is pretty awesome. But we had some ups and downs. I'm gonna have to watch the tape on this one and really see what my final thoughts are.
To follow up on Kuzma, what do you think of him as kind of the feature piece of an offense tonight against a pretty good team? How do you think that could tell you something about the way you utilize him in the future, not just this year, but that all that?
It doesn't tell me anything. I mean, I know this about Kuzma. I know what he's about. How he likes to compete. For us in the way that we want to play, we want it to come organically to him. So we're not just running plays for him every time and things of that nature. Get it within the flow of how we're playing, how we're pushing the ball, and I think he's done a really nice job of that recently, making strides in that area. But for a rookie to kind of continue to play at the level that he's playing at against very good players, very good teams, playing big minutes is impressive.
Hey, Luke, before the game, you were talking about one of the challenges you wanted to look at tonight was how does a team still have that unselfish style of play, how Lonzo moves the ball, that up-tempo. How do you think they did in that area without him?
We did well until things got really tough, which is kind of the most important time to stay within, stay within the system, stay within trusting each other, making the extra pass. That's a good defensive team. They're well coached, obviously. They stepped up their defense of pressure and intensity and made it harder for us to move the ball like that. But in times like that, that's when you have to use teams' aggressiveness against them, get into the paint, collapse the defense, and kick it out. And I felt like as the game got tougher and tougher and their lead grew, then we stopped doing that. We gave in to what they try to do to teams, and that's make them try to beat you one-on-one, and then they collapse their defense, and they're long and athletic, and they get deflections. But for most of the game, I thought we did a nice job of moving that ball. We had a lot of really good looks tonight that just didn't go in, and you get really good looks from teammates drawing defenders and kicking you the ball. And we just, shots were rimming out on us all night, and we were still able to keep it close. And then as the game went into the fourth and they built that lead, I feel like that's when we kind of broke down as far as, making those extra passes.
Luke, when you talk about Kyle's competitive spirit, is that just the same every single night, or did you sense because you were down three starters that he takes on even more, or because it's the Christmas game, was there any of that you saw kind of?
I think, I think that he has it every night. He finds it. He gets pretty serious before the games, and he's locked in. I think tonight, whether it was Christmas Eve or whether it was 3 starters being out, or we're struggling for a win. If I had to bet on the 3, I'd say the win thing was the highest on that list. He was, he was locked in and ready to go.
Does the stylistic difference between Jordan and Lonzo at the 1 change what you can run with the starters?
Well, yeah, it's we have a list of plays that we run a lot for Zoe and Brandon, and then we have a different set of plays that we play to the strengths of our second unit, which is normally Julius and JC. So we kind of try to keep it simple, but not just because of that. We also had Larry and Julius playing together tonight. We had Tyler and AC playing together. We had lineups that weren't used to, going together, so we try to keep the playbook a little simpler tonight.